This is Greg for Teslafaninsight. Thanks once again for joining us. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're a repeat visitor, welcome back. Today's talk is brief but focused on what's going on currently in the approaching numbers as of the first for Tesla for this quarter. So part of what triggered this is there's a guy named Paul Krugman who's a Nobel laureate who has a New York Times column, and he chose to address something that's called the rule of large numbers. So what this is about, and please take time to like and subscribe. We have more information on trading, etc. On our Patreon page. So what we wanted to focus on today is the fact that what Professor Krugman was referencing is the fact that it's a lot easier for a Microsoft with all the people that are upgrading to new software, or even a Twitter, to quickly grow profit and revenue on a consistent basis because of how customers are acquired. So if you think about Tesla, in general, the largest portion of sales is that of new car sales. So for example, if you have a challenge, for example, Elon talked about the number of vehicles that can be shipped being limited, which was affecting their ability to ship large numbers of vehicles to Europe and generate that revenue. And those are the kind of problems you don't have with large numbers. So as Tesla is ramping up in size, this is why they have to have a European factory, a Chinese factory, and perhaps multiple US factories to feed growth. Otherwise, your growth slows down based on the physical need to move product place to place. So because I have a sense that what's going on here, so the question is, what will happen next with Tesla and why? Well, the answer is coming actually from Elon. What Elon is saying currently is that there are a number of headwinds that the company has experienced. The biggest headwind, frankly, is the fact that the Fed has chosen to raise interest rates, and most new cars are actually financed. So that's been affecting Tesla. The other issues he pointed out were limited numbers of ships available for moving cars into Europe from China. And then we've had the whole shutdown in China recently that's really affected sales as well. So, and then obviously you know about the ramping of the 2 new factories. So there have been a number of, if you will, growth pace impacting activities. Another item that pops up is Elon's comments regarding the money furnace. What he was saying is that they really should have had a lot higher production numbers coming out of the 2 factories, number one. But number two, the number that is coming out is insufficient to actually meet the break-even number for those facilities. So you're likely to have those 2 facilities running at a loss. And this further adds to how the numbers are working on the quarter for Tesla. So as you know, we're going to get the production number. I believe that number will come in light based on what Elon pointed out. But what he is saying is that the company is on pace in 5 years to become the most valuable company in the world. And I would say that I'm a believer. I believe that if all the vehicles, including the Cybertruck and the Semi, are selling at the pace they should, it'll easily give Tesla the numbers necessary to add on things like the Megapacks, and now you have the company with the largest market cap of any in the world, exceeding even Apple. So the issue that comes up is, what do we see happening in a short, long term? Well, I've kind of covered my general take on what I think is going to happen, which is the numbers are going to come in lighter than expected. Stock is going to take a hit. There'll be some downgrades. And then we really have to wait for another catalyst. Now, what are some easy solutions to this? And I hope you guys consider tweeting Elon this. So Elon is currently waiting for the beta test version of the Cybertruck to be completed. as you know, there was a decision to scale the car down so it could fit inside, or the truck down so it could fit inside of the average garage, which the previous prototype did not. So my thought process on this whole thing is that as soon as we start getting any production on the Cybertruck, it will start pushing the stock price up. Once that production from the Cybertruck becomes a decent amount, then we'll see some giant numbers. So the request or suggestion that I have in terms of how do we boost Tesla in the short term is, should Tesla allow people to go ahead and sign to buy their Cybertrucks and make sure they want to keep their position in line, but perhaps have 4 locations in the country where you can have people planning to buy the Cybertruck come and actually drive the vehicles and critique what they saw and to put in some requests. So I'm suggesting this because the challenge that's coming up right now is that if you actually did that, I think it would create a frenzy, and those numbers would actually add nicely to Tesla, and we get to see an exciting move in the stock price upwards. Without something like that as a catalyst, there are just not enough trucks that are going to be coming from the semi side. And without that catalyst, it's easy for Tesla's stock price to get cut in half again, simply because we have to wait on growth until when Elon chooses to do so. And you will notice that what Elon pointed out is that he hasn't seen the new beta test, but having both consumer and his input into that beta test will shorten the cycle time to those vehicles coming out. And then once they're coming out and being shipped and delivered, that's when I think the next huge catalyst will be there to allow the stock price to recover nicely. So we're actually looking forward to your comments on all of this. It'd be nice to get out of the tight squeeze we're in on Tesla currently. And just a reminder of our health tip today. Just a reminder, do not go to bed within 2 hours of eating, preferably 4 hours, letting the food digest, and it won't sit on you and potentially cause cancer. At any rate, this is Greg for Teslafaninsight. Thanks for joining us. Tschüss, German, au revoir, French, Lahithro, Hebrew, Hoda, Hafez, Farsi, Strazich, Russian, Ni hao ma, Chinese, Konbanwa, Japanese, Heido, Swedish, and in Jamaica we say enough respect, walk good man. Thanks for joining us, and let's keep our fingers crossed regarding Tesla's production numbers coming out. But unfortunately, I think we're going to really have to find sort of benefit in a tough period. And if you haven't hedged, you really want to do it now. Thanks and have a great day, and bye for now.